Over the 100-plus year history of the NHL, most of the games featured a team wearing a dark color uniform and a team wearing a white color uniform. But in the last couple of years, the NHL is trying to change that. Looking back at the Four Nations face-off, 3 of the 4 teams had colored uniforms, and the final included Canada and the US, who both wore dark colored uniforms. Now, I will say it did look pretty good, and it was kind of the kickoff for the NHL to try and test more color v color games. You might recall this photograph from earlier on this year, Detroit facing New York, both teams wearing their Centennial uniforms, both dark uniforms, but the contrast between the blue and the red, it actually looked very, very good, and people called out how great color v color might actually be. And based on this, I'm expecting we will see more color v color in the next couple of years more often. But I will say, I think I have some problems with it. Just before we get started, please make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the Zuck TV YouTube channel if you have not yet, and also ring the bell to be notified of when I post next. Now, let's get into this video. Now, if the NHL goes to the frequent color v color, they would not be the first league to do such a thing. The NBA has done it consistently now for almost 10 years. The NFL has also done it in the past. Baseball now allows away teams to wear dark colored uniforms, not just gray. And soccer, I mean, there's always a mismatch of colors going on in almost every single match, so they wouldn't be the first ones to do it. But the thing is, in each of these leagues, it's all right to do it because that's just how it is. The NBA, each team has 5 different uniforms. They could switch up and play color v color almost every single night. The NFL, they had the color rush. Most teams, it didn't matter who they kind of played, they could just wear their color rush as long as the 2 uniforms didn't match. It worked out. Soccer, as I mentioned, just a multitude of different looks. You could work with that. Baseball, I mean, as long as your blue didn't match the other team's blue perfectly, you're okay as well. We've seen lots of Blue Jays, Rays, blue versus dark blue uniform matchups, and it works out in the end. The thing for the NHL, though, is they have to be cautious of how frequent this happens. In my opinion, if teams are going to go color v color, it has to be for a specific reason. It has to be either a divisional opponent, rivalry, massive, celebration type of game. It just has to mean something. We can't just have some random game, and I'll give you some pointers here. So for divisional matchups, I'm going to give the example of Ottawa versus Toronto. If Ottawa wears their red alternate uniform to Toronto's blue, I think that works out. I think that would look fantastic. Think about maybe a divisional matchup. If we go to maybe the New York Rangers playing the New Jersey Devils, I think their blue versus red, that would look great as well. Or as I already said, a historical matchup between the Rangers and the Red Wings wearing their Centennial uniforms, that looked brilliant. And we've also seen in the past for outdoor games, they do color v color. We go to the Red Wings playing the Maple Leafs back in the Winter Classic 10 plus years ago now, that they wore blue versus red, and it worked out very, very well, and it looked pretty good on television too. So the league has to be very specific on when these things can happen. We can't have just the Tampa Bay Lightning wear their blue facing off against the Anaheim Ducks wearing their orange. Yes, it would look cool, don't get me wrong, but they have no history between each other. They're not in the same division. They're not a rival of any kind. We can't have anything like this at all. It has to be some type of it has to have some type of major reasoning as well. I'll even say Colorado wearing their Nordiques uniforms, as much as I hated that this year, they faced off against the Montreal Canadiens in their red. That looked so good on TV. It looked so good. And for stuff like that, that's where I see this coming in. I just cannot see it, though, with 2 random teams that have no history between each other at all. Because what I find recently now is the NHL is trying to catch up to kind of what the NBA have done recently in this uniform style, with a bunch of these uniforms coming in. We have the new hometown remixes that are coming in next year as well. The NHL is trying to get a lot of marketing done through what teams wear, and that's perfectly fine. That's how they roll. But the NBA have done that now for almost 10 years, and it's worked out very, very well for them. So I don't knock the NHL for doing this, but you also have to keep the tradition of hockey going forward. Now, color v color, that happened years ago when the league first started out and teams all had different colors. We didn't see really white uniforms come in until the 30s, which is almost 10 years into the league's history. So you kind of, that is still, I guess, tradition, color v color in the NHL, but that happened 100 years ago. So it's definitely a long-term tradition in the National Hockey League. But I just don't want this to kickstart the league to kick out all the white uniforms and only have teams wear color uniforms. I truly do think that white uniforms are kind of like a refreshing look in certain ways. I don't like what they've done recently with the dark helmets on the white uniforms. I think it does look kind of weird. You know, in the future, I think if we do have to have teams wear white uniforms and not be color v color, I would definitely say that the team has to wear a whole white kit besides the pants and gloves. I'm not saying a whole white kit top to bottom. I'm just saying helmet has to be white, jersey has to be white, and then, because it just gets too offsetting at that point. And it really is a bit disturbing to watch on TV. Personally, I don't. Let me know what you think down in the comments. What you think about that, because I think it's a bit of a 50-50 right now between the fans. What do they think about the darker helmets and the whiter uniforms too? So just to close this one out, I just want to say I'm open to color v color. I think it'll be a very great thing for the game, television wise. I think it'll be a great game for the marketing and the purchasing of the uniforms. But the NHL has to pick their spots of where to do it. It can't be every single game. It can't be every single matchup between two teams. You have to do it every now and then, because if not, it's going to lose its touch. Like I mentioned, the Nordiques and the Canadiens game this year, it was so great to see, but if we saw it for the next 5 years, it wouldn't be so great. I feel like after a couple of years, at that point, we'd just be like, bring the team to Quebec. We need a team in Quebec at this point. But nonetheless, I think it's a good thing, but the NHL has to be cautious on it, and they can't just go full overload on it, in my opinion. So there you have it, everyone. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to leave a like on the video if you have not yet, and subscribe to the Zuck TV YouTube channel as well. Also, ring that bell to be notified of when I post next. And also, as I mentioned, comment down below. What do you think about the dark helmets with the white uniforms? Or even, hey, what do you think about color v color? Let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.